What's up, everybody? It's Coach Nichols. Today we're going to take a look at Jack Suelzer. He is an incoming freshman at Bowling Green High School who I had the opportunity to coach these last 2 years in middle school. And he wanted to work on some of his shooting mechanics, so that's what we did in our 3 months together. So back in a practice in 8th grade, here's a shot that Jack Suelzer was taking. If you take a look at his left hand as he follows this through, you're going to notice that he's shoving that hand to the wall, indicating that he's flicking with both hands. His follow-through looks all right, but he's also fading away, landing on one foot. So here's our first session. This was March 12th, and as you take a look, he's still flicking that left hand. And another thing I want to point out, his right hand as he follows through is fading out to the right, and that's a sign of overcorrection. And really the reason we take them up front is so you can get the regular view, and then we're going to dial it back and see the exaggerated view. So a lot of young shooters, what happens is they want to shoot threes. They want to be like Steph Curry, James Harden, all those guys, and they end up with some bad shooting for them because they have to overcorrect and use a little more strength by using both hands. So Jack's a guy that wanted to come in and correct this so that he could be a more accurate shooter as he heads into high school. So as we dial it back, you can see that Jack is exaggerating those features a little bit more. You're going to notice here that his left hand flicks out just a little bit harder because he's got to get more on it, and his right hand is still fading out to the right. And like I said, this just comes from guys wanting to shoot threes when they're not exactly ready to shoot threes. So those are just a couple mechanics. As we look forward, here's a frontal view. Take a look. If you can see Jack's eyes, he looks at the floor before he puts it up. Yep, he's either looking at the ball or the floor, and then he's kind of losing sight of the basket. And another thing, take a look at his elbows, as they're going to be pointed out quite a bit before they come inside and he launches that ball. So these next shots that I'm going to show you, we're going to do a side-by-side look of our first intake on March 12th and then our final session, which was in May 24th. So we're going to look at how he's changed and what he's improved upon. So as you take a look, the first thing I want to point out is look at his offhand. Before it was flicking, and now he's got that thing straightened out. The next thing I want to point out, look at his elbows. This next time this comes up. His elbows are out before, and now they're kind of inside and tight. Looks a lot cleaner. The next, his follow through, it doesn't fade so much on the after. He's got it straight there. He sticks it. That's what we want all of our shooters to do, is stick their follow through so that they can be confident that it's going in. And finally, if you take a look at his eyes, he looks down before he takes the shot, but afterwards, he's looking straight at the rim. So there you have it. That's everything that Jack Suelzer has improved in his jump shot over the last few months. So Jack Suelzer is a guy who has set goals. He wants to reach JV this year. He really cares about the game of basketball, and he can be a lesson for any of you young players that are watching. If you are intentional about what you're doing and you're putting in the correct reps to do the correct thing, you can fix your jump shot. You can get better at ball handling. You can do anything. So let this be a lesson to you. Jack Suelzer is a class act guy. He's somebody that guys want to play with, and he puts his whole effort on the floor. So I hope you took something away from this today. If you have any questions about shooting, you can reach out to me and I'll help you out. There are plenty of resources. And also wanted to shout out Steve Cramer. He's a guy who I have most of my workouts from. So there you have it. Thank you.